Warning, controversial topic inbound. Is Donald Trump an all-star president for American soccer? Especially when you start looking at the things he's been doing, helping to bring the World Cup to the USA and his other recent movements. But as you take a look at the list of former presidents here, Biden, Trump, Obama, Bush, I got myself wondering, who amongst these past presidents had involvements with soccer? And so it got me to looking in through some past history. So we'll start here, which is what prompted the video, because for some reason, Donald Trump is out there with Chelsea accepting a trophy at the Club World Cup, which is taking place in America a year prior to the World Cup, which will also take place mostly in America, a little bit in Canada and Mexico too. But here's Donald Trump with Chelsea. It made me wonder, like, this guy's been so good for soccer. Taking all the politics and all the other stuff out of it, this guy has been good for soccer, at least seemingly. The soccer headlines I've been reading about Donald Trump have been surprising. I did not think that part of the things that come with this term of Donald Trump would be some soccer benefits to U.S. soccer. It's interesting to behold. I'll say that. And funnily enough, there he is, the picture. Someone took a picture, and then look, Chelsea tweeted out later, "Champions of the world," and what do you know is missing? They edited Trump out. Oh wait, no, he hasn't been community note. He hasn't been removed. He's behind Pedro Neto, as can see from behind. Oh, he's there. He's there. Oh my gosh, he is there. I couldn't see him in this image. He's right there. I thought they edited him out, and I was laughing because of that, because that's funny, nonetheless. But okay, interesting banter aside. Awesome for the Club World Cup. Hopefully that bodes well for the World Cup next year, that it will get embraced like this. But if this is like at a 1, and then next year it goes to an 11, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that this year was like a 1, it's the Club World Cup, but next year it goes to 11, and just excitement for soccer in America, Canada, and Mexico. But Chelsea, champions of the world, and also really weird, they get to wear that. They get to wear it on their chest for the next 4 years. Has Club World Cup replaced Champions League as the most important soccer trophy? We'll talk about that in another video. Keep an eye on the lookout for here on Enemies of the Fire. Subscribe for more content, and then we'll move past Trump. But Trump, Gianni Infantino says his relationship with Trump has been crucial for some of these things to happen. So that's very interesting to note, especially when we wonder about Donald Trump. Is he an all-star president? And then I wondered about past presidents. Have any played soccer? Well, guess what, folks? 2 presidents have played soccer. Maybe 3 if you count a photo op. But lo and behold, I'm not even joking, Donald Trump played soccer 1 season for the New York Military Academy. That's just it. So is this Donald Trump the starting forward for America? Wait. It gets better. He wouldn't be. He would not be the starting forward. Maybe goalkeeper, maybe some midfields, maybe defense. We'll get into that. Wait to hear who our starting forward for the U.S. presidential team is. It's George Herbert Walker Bush. George Bush Sr. was like a good soccer player at Phillips Academy. I have the picture pulled up somewhere here. That's Ike. Where is Mr. There he is. George Herbert Walker, stud center forward for the Academy. So here's our starting striker for the presidential forward group. But so that's just some interesting little history. But let's go further back and see what other U.S. presidents have been involved with soccer. And I'm talking about farther back from Trump's most recent term, which we're in. And let's move on back to Joe Biden times. Well, I guess before we get there, before we get to Joe Biden times, we'll briefly cover. There was a little kerfluffle with the U.S. women's national team briefly when the Trump White House issued them an invite, and Trump and Rapinoe had it out on Twitter. Their invites remained intact regardless, and it did turn out that the team the women's national team skipped the White House that year. So that is what happened there. But moving on past that, let's go to Joe Biden. This is Joe Biden at the 2015 World Cup. 2015 Women's World Cup. This is Joe before he's president. He's at vice president. And here he is supporting soccer. Love to see it. Also had the U.S. women's national team visit him when he was president. Also, there's an interesting, really cool thing. And the first one to do it was President Biden became the first White House administration to invite the NWSL champions, the Women's Soccer League champions of America, to the White House. Oh, wait, that says Obama. There it is. For the first time, White House welcomes National Women's Soccer League champions. And that's Joe Biden welcoming them. And so we slip back into Obama. Obama certainly had good times with the U.S. women's national team and soccer, as well as his, here he is with the, I think the leader of the Brazil Federation. He's like, oh, this guy's not Pele. But here he is watching his girls play soccer. So there are still some great soccer connections and tendrils going with Obama. Look at this. This is pretty darn neat. Oh, look at that. Michelle with the U.S. Soccer Federation. Clinton. There we go. Bob Bradley with Obama and Clinton. That's crazy. That is, oh, there he is playing a little soccer. Michelle maybe doing a little warm-up pre-speech, right? Just like the hockey players do before going to play hockey. Oh, this is awesome. This is some great photos. Obama, Landon, Beckham. Is that Galaxy team? Mike McGee. Look at that. All right. Look at that photo. That's a great one. With Obama. Oh, that's cool. Manchester United. David Beckham. Michelle. This is awesome. This is really cool. More Obama. So Obama's had a lot of involvement with soccer. In fact, you know, you definitely want him out in the field. He's possibly one of the most athletic presidents. I mean, he's a stud basketball player as well. So I mean, I guess to mention Trump is a stud golfer. So I mean, there's some of our presidents are pretty darn good athletes. Gerald Ford. We might get into that later. But and let's move. Oh man, I did not realize there were this many pictures when I had this one pulled up. This is just amazing. Obama to the nines with soccer. So cool. Now we go back to Bush the second. Bush second. There he is. Heading the ball. He's trying. It looks like he's missing too, but that's part of the course what you get with George Dubs there. But pretty awesome of him to support the women's national team. And then I stumbled across this little video. Take a look at this. Look at this video. That's Bill Clinton in the center. This is for the '94 World Cup. So President Clinton, of course, the president at the time. And there he is. I think he's going to kick a soccer ball here. This is a pretty little walk down memory lane. How cool is this from 1994? From the first U.S. World Cup. So freaking cool. There he is. Goal! Let's go, Bill. Well done. And, I mean, what a freaking turnout it was for America back then. I mean, that's what got me into even playing soccer was that World Cup. How incredible. There he is again. There's the women's national team. Fantastic. Jokes aside that we might be thinking, we will continue onward. Yep, there is Bill supporting the men's national team. Possibly it's at the World Cup. This is at the World Cup. Him and Hillary. Pretty darn cool shot. Really cool. As previously mentioned, after Clinton is George Herbert Walker, who was a stud center forward for Phillips Academy. How crazy is that? Starting center forward for the U.S. president's team, that's for sure. Him, Obama, and Trump, I got penciled in. Biden's probably on the bench. JFK, you definitely probably got JFK, probably a wingback, right? Who's your all presidents football team? Like, I want to hear positions and and for each one. So let us know in the comments. I really want to see those. I'm curious. Presidential soccer team. And we'll have George H.W. Bush, center forward. We'll have Trump, midfield, general. We got Obama. I think we have him on wing. And then we have JFK on wing back, outside. What do we call that? Because a wing back? Because we already got a wing. Outside back. We'll just call it outside back. Keeper? LB. Ooh. Well, we'll get into that. Current presidential soccer team. Let's get that spelling right. George Bush. Does George Bush 2 make the team? Does he make the cut, or is he on the bench? I don't know. Biden, not athletic enough. Reagan, I'm not so sure. But hey, there he is. Reagan's kicking a soccer ball. He can do it. He is capable. So maybe you put him in center back. Maybe Reagan's a center back. He was in Hollywood. He had to be strong. Take a look at this. This is him with members of Team America and all-star soccer players.
Arnie Mauser.
Team. And what we're hoping for is that maybe this would lead to the World Cup for the first time in its history being held in the United States.
And it would eventually. How incredible. This is from 1983. 1994. 11 years later, USA would host a World Cup. That is so freaking cool. A couple more forgotten moments of soccer and presidents. And yes, there he is. More Ronald Reagan. Play with some kiddos. How freaking cool would that be? Meeting with Pele, no less. And then we go even older. Nixon with Pele. Gerald Ford with Pele. You got to have Ford out there. Ford has got to be on the team. Let's see. Keeper. We need a keeper. I think it's going to be Gerald Ford. He could catch the ball too. Former tight end. Gerald Ford. That's my goalkeeper. I think that's pretty darn good. All right. Who did we also have penciled in there? LBJ. I don't think so. Reagan at defense. Reagan at center back. This is the team so far for the presidential soccer team. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh, wait, all right, let's keep going. That's Reagan again. And then I could have sworn there was something with Ike Eisenhower, and I couldn't find anything to do with Ike Eisenhower and soccer. I was trying to see if there was some U.S. success, U.S. soccer success back when he was president in 57, 58, maybe in the 50s, roughly. And I was trying to find a connection. I couldn't. I wasn't able to with my sleuthing. But I did find out, which I thought was surprising, that Ike Eisenhower was injured tackling Jim Thorpe, the legendary athlete and future first president of the NFL. So there's Ike's connections to MLS, as NFL created MLS. And Ike Eisenhower was injured tackling the first president of the National Football League. How freaking crazy is that? And it's going to bring us to the end. Our last thing, from Teddy, and a quote that is, I don't know if it's actually really Teddy Roosevelt, but it's been attributed to him on a few websites here and there. Give a man a soccer ball, he plays for a moment. Teach a man to play soccer, he plays for a lifetime. Kind of sounds like that teach a man to fish adage, but repurposed with soccer. How hilarious. But there it is. Ike Eisenhower chiming in on soccer, because somebody had told me, like, isn't there a Teddy Roosevelt chiming in on soccer? Somebody else was telling me, I believe it was Toke was saying, I think there's a connection with Teddy Roosevelt in soccer too. And all I could find when I looked it up was Teddy Goldsevelt. Well, if you enjoyed that little walk down history, appreciate you guys kicking that like button. It's how you support us here, and subscribe for more here at Enemies of Fire. We'll catch you on the next one. Comments below. We'd love to read your comments, because, and I want to see your presidential soccer team. This is what I got so far. Bush at center forward, Trump in midfield, Obama on like a wing, left or right, probably left, right? Left wing. Let's go left wing. Let's make that there. JFK on the left outside back. Reagan at right center back. Oh, this is getting funny. Oh, this is just getting... What kind of goalkeeper would Gerald Ford be? Would he be a sweeper keeper or just a plain old regular wall? Let me know. I can't wait to read your guys' presidential soccer teams. There's got to be other players out there. Maybe George Washington. Where do we put G-Dubs? We got to have Washington. Is Washington coached by George Washington? No, that's the captain. Where do we put Washington? Washington definitely out there. You know what? Maybe make him left CB. No, midfield general. He's left midfield. No, he's CDM. He's the center defensive mid. There it is. It's right. It's staring you right in the face. Right? He's the CDM, center defensive mid. Who else would make the cuts? Oh man, this is so great. I'm loving this idea. Let me take a few more shots at it. I got the list right here. Thomas Jefferson. I think Jefferson can make the squad. James Madison has got to make the squad. I think he's the youngest president of all time. So you got to get Madison out there. Jefferson. Let's see. Andrew Jackson. You might want him out there. Let's see. Abe. You want Honest Abe out there? Honest Abe? Yeah. Oh, Honest Abe. I got just a spot for Honest Abe. Let me pull this up. Honest Abe. Abe Lincoln. Left CB. Tall, great. Look at that. Oh, this team is coming together. I'm loving this. I still got Jefferson to place. Jefferson could go in the midfield or outside back. Does Teddy make the team? Teddy could be one of those bowling. He could be like a striking partner. Maybe the number 10. Teddy could be the number 10. I mean, dude was a free. Teddy could be the number 10. I'm thinking about it. I might have to make that so. Teddy Ruse, Velt, the number 10, Cam. Let's see. Washington's also captain. All right. This is coming together. I still need I need a left midfielder. We need a left midfielder. And we need a right wing. Let's put this up here. Left wing. Right wing. I mean, we might have too many play. Well, we don't need a cam with a. We'll just play right there. Let's play wingless. We do need a left midfielder, and we need a right outside back. All right. This is hilarious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. We need 2 more players. So I guess I on the list was subs. Well, we got subs. Madison. Oh, dude, Madison could be a great off the bench striker, sub, winger, forward, basically. Off the bench, forward. This team is coming together. This is freaking hilarious too. So we're thinking Jefferson. We want Jefferson out there for sure. Anybody else? Already got JFK. So Jefferson. Do we have Ford in the line? Yeah, Ford's in there. Ford's in goalkeeper. He's our catcher. Jefferson and Jackson, maybe. Jefferson. Yep, he's our outside back. Yeah, I think so. Jefferson is our right outside back. And he could be our left midfielder, actually. Jefferson is our left midfielder. That's more appropriate. And then our right outside, we got Madison. Oh yeah, I think Jackson. Oh my God, Andrew Jackson. Oh my gosh. Subs. Madison. Who? This is freaking great. Let me see. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison. Anybody else? Tyler, Taylor, Tippecanoe. Oh, Ulysses. How did I sleep on Ulysses? Grant. Grant's got to get out there. Where does Grant fit in? Grant. Oh man, he's another attacker. Is he a midfield general? Or is he an attacker? Or Sherman? Sherman's not on this list, by the way. So, no. Grant maybe attacker. Attack. Yeah, midfield. Midfield. Yeah, he can do both. He's like he's a good midfield sub. I like that. All right, let me know your guys' list. Let me know if you have any additions to this list. I want to hear your guys' presidential soccer teams in the comments. What is your starting lineup? This was hilarious. This was a funny exercise. But I'll catch you guys in the next one here at Enemies Inspire. I appreciate you guys kicking that like button and subscribing for more. See you guys later.